Now I request co-chairman of the session, Engineer Vivek Kharade, Sub-Divisional Engineer PWD, Government of Maharashtra. Reporter of the session is Shri Ranjit Shingade, Joint Secretary, IBC Maharashtra State Chapter. I request him to take the dais, please. Shri Mayank Tilak did his BE Civil Engineering and ME Structural Engineering with gold medal from IIT Roorkee, then University of Roorkee. He joined CPWD in 1989 through Combined Engineering Services Examination 1987. During more than 35 years of his service, he has varied experience of working on progressively responsible positions for Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, Ministry of External Affairs, and of Home Affairs, among other clients. He has contributed in project management and contract administration, international projects with state-of-art facilities for Government of India, border infrastructure for security and integrity of our country, quality control of major projects of Commonwealth Games 2010 at Delhi, and techno-legal matters of major projects. He has superannuated as Special Director General CPWD. Now I hand over the floor to our chairman, Shri Mayank Tilak.
Good morning, everyone. We have a little delayed session this morning because of certain less participation today. We would be basically having a valedictory session in the afternoon session, and therefore time is to be followed very strictly so that we can make up this time lost as well as stick to the further timelines. In this session, we will be having 4 speakers, including the keynote speaker, and I would request everyone to adhere to the time of 12 to 15 minutes and 25 to 30 minutes for the keynote speaker to make up for this time lost. Now I would request Engineer Purushottam J. Dejode, Executive Member, IBC Maharashtra Chapter, for the welcome address. Achha. He will welcome.
Hello, namaskar. नमस्कार, आप सभी महानुभावों को तहे दिल से चौथी तकनीकी महफिल में स्वागत करता हूं। आज का पावन हिंदी दिवस पर आप सबको हमारी ओर से बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। I, Purushottam Doizode, Director FCM, CME and GC member, welcome you each and everyone on behalf of 20th IBC's ANCS ACNS 4 टेक्निकल सेशन। आज का यह पहला सत्र आप जरूर एंजॉय करेंगे एवं मैं यह मानता हूं कि कुछ थोड़ा या कुछ ज्यादा ज्ञान प्राप्त करेंगे। आपसे अनुरोध है देवी और सज्जनों, इस तकनीकी सत्र का लुत्फ आपके लिए यादगार रहेगा। यह एक छोटी सी आशा मन में मेरे हैं। हम आईबीसी महाराष्ट्र चैप्टर की ओर से आपका फिर से स्वागत करते हैं और इस सत्र का शुरुआत करने के लिए मैं आप सबको आमंत्रित करके मैं चेयरमैन जी को माइक हैंड ओवर कर रहा हूं आगे के सेशन के लिए।
वेलकम करायचं आणि त्यांना करून पाहिजे तर
कोण आहेत
समोर बस
काय नाव
आलोक भौमिक, डॉक्टर आलोक भौमिक।
नाउ आई वेलकम डॉक्टर आलोक भौमिक जी। सर नेक्स्ट आलोक नेक्स्ट बताइए। बताइए सर,
uh,
मैं बताऊँ. I welcome Dr. Rajesh Kumar Das, Shri Rajesh Kumar Das. I welcome Akshay Sanyal. Please. Okay. And एशियन पेंट्स के जो हैं.
I request Shri Akil and
नहीं, अखिल का हो गया ना उनका. Yesterday only हो गया.
Akil and Pansaj sir, please come. उनका दोबारा एक और पेपर है.
अच्छा, राइट सर.
Okay, thank you.
सर.
नहीं, सॉरी, ऐसा नहीं है. मैं दोनों इनफैक्ट उनको रिमाइंड कर रहा था कि ये पेपर भी इनका ही है. एक और पेपर है. वहाँ पे आपकी स्पेशल शीट है. We will be having two sponsors also in this session, at the end of this session. So I request everyone to stick to the timelines. The first speaker is Mr. Akshay Sanyal, research scholar, Gautam Buddha University. Akshay, you are requested to finish it in 12 minutes, please. This is your presentation.
So good morning everyone. I am Akshay Sanyal, research scholar from Gautam Buddha University, Greater Noida. And today the topic of my presentation is building a sustainable future, an integrated approach using a digital system, bio-based material and green hydrogen. The key review of this research is the key technologies which I am going to describe are the digital systems, bio-based material, green hydrogen, and how their role for the urban sustainable development goal (SDG) goals, and how it helps for energy decarbonization through renewable and smart grid, material and industrial revolution using bio-based composites, and a circular economy model for socio-digital transformation via data-driven governance. Also, we will be introducing some ethical concerns, regulatory gap, and proactive governance collaboration to build a sustainable and low-carbon future. So, brief introduction: accelerated climate change, resource depletion, and growing inequity necessitate transformation solution. The UN sustainable goals require rapid innovations, and cutting edge technologies like the technologies I have mentioned are revolutionizing the digital resource cycle governance and production systems. Realizing the potential requires a careful consideration of environmental footprint and ethical implication and infrastructure. The methodology I have used is a review of and synthesis of different findings from the different articles. So let's just get with the first points. Yesterday, sir from the L&D has also described some case studies detailed in this. This is the 3D printing and additive manufacturing. This is the working principle of the 3D printing. It supports the sustainable development goal because eventually it creates a circular economical principle in a life cycle assessment. The empirical evaluation confirms that it have a positive impact on environmental, economical and sustainability. What we have done is the life cycle analysis of this technology, how it behaves, how it performs, and then we get a positive impact on the economical behavior. The limitation is high energy use and material restrictions, but 3D concrete printing is a specific AM application in construction that involves adding a specialized concrete mix to build structure without using any formworks. So there is less wastage on site also and less emissions. Next is bio-based material and ecological building design. These are the basic criteria of bio-based material, the schematic diagram of bio-based building materials. It has a regenerative and capability. If any crack forms, it can heal itself, regenerate. Best examples are mycelium composites, algae-based polymer, and bacterial cellulosis. These materials are biodegradable alternatives to the traditional plastic foams. Their benefits are lightweight, properties of fire resistance, and carbon absorption and self-healing. The fabrication process utilizes low energy and bio-concrete is a real-world example applied in a building design. These are the materials which are currently used in different parts of the building right now. Next is in digital technologies and for resilience of socio-technical system, AI, we are all familiar with that technology right now. It integrates with the IoT and revolutionizes the building design, construction and operation, creating an intelligent, resilient and resource efficient system. The digital technology facilitates real-time monitoring, predictive control and evidence-based decision making throughout the building cycle. IoT sensors embedded with BMS, that is the building management system, and energy consumption in the indoor quality, thermal comfort, occupant behavior, allowing for the dynamic optimization of HVAC system and lighting system. So you don't need a separate personality to control it. The IoT systems and sensors can do it for you. AI for building performance. How AI is improving the building performance is that through the machine learning algorithm that can forecast energy demand, adapt the system operation in real time and occupancy pattern that detect any anomalies for the predictive maintenance, thereby reducing the downtime of exceeding equipment lifespan. It makes some smart decisions and calibrate the building systems accordingly to the occupants and the function which are happening within the building. This is one of the key ingredients for the forecasting and going forward to the intelligent building. Now let's talk about the current technology which is booming right now, that is blockchain. How it is using blockchain is a secure decentralized digital ledger of transaction. This distributed across the network of the computer, making the data immutable and transparent because it requires from the network update. The Bitcoin and all those systems are used by this blockchain only. How we are utilizing is when the AI is combined with the blockchain, it supports a circular building practice throughout the digital system. Any update you are doing in this technology will be updated on entire network, and everyone will realize. Nowadays there is a lag in communication, information gaps, but these kind of technologies can mitigate all those restraints. This integrated platform optimizes the logistics, supply, demand, matching and asset management in building project, reducing the life cycle cost of the and the environmental impact. Together, AI, blockchain and IoT create a foundation for a smart, adaptive and low carbon building operation efficiency. This is the hexagonal socio-technical system for framework where we can see that how people, technology, infrastructure, process, goal, and culture, we can all combine it with a single network now. Next is energy transformation for climate resilience. This is the green hydrogen. The green is not for the color, the green is for the renewable technology. What we are doing is generating an hydrogen, we use electrolysis process. But if we generate that electricity from renewable energy, that hydrogen becomes a green hydrogen. Nowadays, even Indian Railways also conducting some tests on using hydrogen as a fuel for the locomotives. This is one of the alternatives and a more sustainable kind of a fuel. So green hydrogen is a promising solution for decarbonizing various industrial sectors, and this requires significant heat, fuel in a large scale energy storage. This is the role of hydrogen in the energy, where we can see that how facilitate renewable integration, distribution of energy across the region, decarbonizing through transport, other severe feedback stop for decarbonizing using heating, and in industry, and increase the resilient acting buffer. This all can be done conduct with the hydrogen. It is one of the reliable source of energy right now. Next 5 years or 10 years, this is going to be one of the upcoming source of fuel, source of energy generation also. Green hydrogen is crucial for decarbonizing challenging industrial processes like steel making and chemical production, which are convincing for the carbon incentive. By replacing fossil fuel with green hydrogen, this industry can substantially reduce the greenhouse gases emission and aiding the goal for the climatic goals. Next is what are the governance framework for the ethical consideration. So here I have presented a governance framework for generative AI, that how it can be incorporated throughout the governance, like accountability, trustworthy, responsible, ethical, fair, explanation, and transparent. The purpose of RRI is the Responsible Research Index, where it ensures that the innovation which we are researching should be aligned with the social value, minimizing the risk and environment, empower the stakeholders. Challenges for the frontier technology, additive technology, renewable system, these are the challenges. Examples for the sustainable risk, energy incentive hardware, mining lithium and cobalt batteries, addressing required integrating circular economy strategies and incorporating the life cycle planning. Discussion. The successful deployment of these technologies requires interdisciplinary research and collaboration, engaging engineers, social scientists, policymakers, and communities. Life cycle and the circular economical integration, we should conduct this life cycle analysis for every activity during the building life cycle. So by that we can get the embodied of energy, embodied of the product, system design within recycling resources efficiency framework. Governance innovations such as RRI anticipate the regulation to ensure ethical deployment and stakeholder inclusively, context sensitive deployment, align the technology adoption with local infrastructure, culture, and capabilities. So by advancing these priorities, frontier technologies can be harnessed not as the isolated technical fixes, but as catalyst for the systemic resilience and inclusive development pathway that remain aligned with the planetary boundaries. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for that.
Thanks, Ajnal for a timely completion of your presentation. I will now request the second presentation by Shri V.R. Bansal and Shri Dr. Akil Ahmed.
ये कैसे चलेगा? Okay.
A very good morning, everyone. This paper is to highlight the reforms carried out in Delhi in the sector of grant of construction permit in the last some 7-8 years. So this is the small introduction. The Delhi's construction permit in the past few years has undergone extensive reforms, especially in the years 2014 to 2020. Previously, the system was complex, multiple agencies were involved, long timelines, redundant inspections, creating difficulties for the stakeholders in getting the construction permits. Reform goals were to simplify procedures, reduce approval times, and boost investor confidence. And the key initiatives were reformed building bylaws and online building permission system, a single window clearance system, etc. So all this was done under the Ease of Doing Business initiative of World Bank of India, which is a ranking system devised by World Bank to assess countries based on regulatory environment to start and operate business in their respective countries. As regards the construction permit, doing business recorded all procedure required for a business to build a warehouse along with time and cost to complete each procedure. It also measures building quality control index, evaluating the quality of building regions and strength of quality control. India in 2014 launched BRAP and operationalized of single window clearance system and transparency of entire process. These changes resulted in India's overall ranking improving from 142nd in 2014 to 63rd in 2020, whereas in the next slide, the construction, this is the DBR 19 versus DBR 20. Procedures were reduced from 16 to 11 and further to 7. Timeline reduced from 91 days to 59. A percentage of cost of getting construction permit with respect to the overall cost of the construction of warehouse reduced from 4.2 to 1.31. Quality index is at the highest. We are getting maximum 15 points. Ranking increased from in 19 it was 52 and 20 it was 27. And to just tell you all, in 2014 it was 186 out of 190 countries, and rank of Delhi was 20. It is worldwide ranking 28 to 13, and it is projected to 7. But in 21 the ranking did not happen due to the COVID. These are the graphics showing the improvement in the number of procedures, time, whatever has been described here. These are the construction permit. Reforms in construction permit was central to the EODB initiative and core contributor to India's overall improvement in global ranking. Delhi has been a leader in the area, scoring 84.2% in 2020, surpassing Mumbai and globally China, the world leaders. Establishing Delhi as a benchmark for regulatory modernization. In 1617, Delhi's building plan approvals. In 16, two significant things happened. Unified building bylaws were introduced, and the approval system was shifted from offline to fully digital in OBPS. It is noted that the reforms stopped in 2021. They continued, and in 22, the OBPS system upgraded to next-gen OBPS powered by AWS Cloud with modified rule engine and faster processings. This impacted in improvement in procedures, time and cost, These are the now 7 procedures listed over here, and a total timeline of 59 days, right from grant of construction permit, plinth inspection, and grant of completion. The standardized building bylaws, they were also, the existing bylaws were also reformed, and standardized building bylaws were introduced with risk-based approach, categorizing the buildings as per their area, use, and other factors. Faster clearance for projects in low and very low category, and mandatory latent defect liability was introduced for builders and professionals. Stipulated professional criteria for the professionals involved in the building permit process, and enhanced environmental clearances. The online building plan. This is the core in all the reforms. It is a digital platform used by the government authorities or local. It is, you can say, getting building plan approval. Salient features are the submission and approvals are fully online. The applicants receive a unique ID for tracking all transactions. It automatically generates discrepancy reports if self-approval test fails. Building plan approvals, plinth inspections, and occupancy are issued digitally. All relevant, and this is one of the most important reform. All external and internal government agencies are integrated into OBPS, and the time lost in running from one agency to other is fully eliminated. Payments are processed in 2 steps and completely through online process. This is the seamless integration. The internal agencies, 2 agencies from which the NOC or clearance is required internally, Law Department and Town Planning Department, they have been integrated with the OBPS, and 11 external agencies. Delhi Fire Services, Factories, DPCC, Jal Board, Forest, or DUAC, DMRC, Airport Authority, Heritage Conservation, National Monument Authority, and Railways. They all are integrated. It is not that NOC is required from each one of them in every case, but these are the 11 agencies which on case-to-case basis, one or more NOCs are required. This is the system workflow. The applicant submits his application on this single window system. The case is scrutinized by the rule engine and forwards to all external NOC agencies which are selected by the applicant while filing the application. So simultaneously, the application is forwarded to the Law Department and Town Planning Department. The external agency selected, it is automatically forwarded. After receiving the requisite NOCs or deemed NOC on 16th day, the cases are processed for approval. After approval and payment of requisite fee, the construction permit is released online. After the scrutiny of the rule engine, the case is forwarded to the department. Department makes another scrutiny, and if found okay, then it is forwarded for approval. And if there are some discrepancies are noticed, then it is referred back to the applicant. The applicant rectifies the building plan, resubmits it, and it is sanctioned. And after payment of requisite fees for approval, the construction permit is released online. In case of no response from the department, if the department doesn't respond within the another 16 days, the building plan is deemed sanctioned. Similarly, if the applicant fails to respond to the discrepancy notice, the application is automatically deemed rejected. So it is both way. Similar is the pattern for the plinth inspections. After completing the building up to the plinth, it is mandatory to have inspection from the department. The architects submit on this same application for plinth inspection, and for low-risk buildings, the self-certification by the owner is sufficient for very low-risk buildings. And for low-risk buildings, the certificate is issued by the architect. Further, risk-based inspection for moderate and high-risk buildings, and within 7 days, the plinth level certificate is issued, otherwise it is deemed approved. Similar is the case for the occupancy cum completion certificate, the same procedure. It is submitted along with the application for water and sewer connection. The applicant doesn't have to run separately for seeking the sewer and water connection. With completion certificate application, the application is also submitted for water and sewer connection. Again, the case is scrutinized by the rule engine, by the system, forwarded to all external agencies, and simultaneously to the department. Joint site inspection in moderate and high risk categories is automatically fixed by the system. It is not by the individual officer or the department who fixes. They are generally fixed on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So, joint site inspections are carried. All the agencies carrying out the inspection have to submit their report same day and upload it on the system. The cases are processed for approval on receipt of the favorable reports. If deemed NOC on 16 days. On receipt of requisite NOCs, cases are processed for approval in MCD, and after approval and payment of requisite fee, the OCC is issued.
Sir, last 2 minutes.
Pardon?
Sir, last 2 minutes.
Okay. These are the OBPS features. This is the common application form. Everything, this is just to fill up. This is the process for OBPS process for OCCC. Rejection notice to the architects. Every step is notified to the architect and owner by SMS and email, which has been mentioned in the application form. These are the main silent joint site inspections, color-coded zonal maps, deemed sanctions and NOCs, and reduced sanction time. This is the CCZM map. Here you fill in the coordinates of property, and it will give you the land use of the property, the NOCs required, and various details which you need to know while filing the application. These are other reform. Number of affidavits have been reduced. No tax due certificate has been dispensed with. Intimation of start of construction has been dispensed with. Documentation has been reduced, and even road cutting charges have been reduced to 5 meters only. Digital occupancy certificate, site photographs due with the site inspections for low and very low risk category buildings. And then these are two important schemes which have been introduced. This is Saral scheme, which is for 105 square meter, and all the approvals, self-certification by the owner is sufficient for the approval. He certifies it and submits to the MCD. Then this is special Saral scheme. All residential properties up to 500 square meter, the architects have been empowered to issue all these certifications. These are the steps for increasing transparency. Time is short. I am not going to in detail about them. This is the dynamic dashboard. Each and every, ये दिखा सकते हैं अखिल साहब? But time, sir, 1 minute का time है. So this is very interesting. Each and every application submitted is captured by the dashboard. The first slide, it shows the number of the application received. The green one is approval accorded, red one is rejections, and its small strip that shows the pending applications. This shows the same figures zone wise, and this is the completion certificate applications, which are the status of, and the stars. Every applicant after the completion of the his application is requested to give the rating, and you see the number of 5-star rating far exceed the lower ratings. नेटवर्क की थोड़ी सी इशू है, but it keeps on changing.
This is available in public domain. This is available in public domain. Anybody can see that how many applications have been processed, what is the usual time of sanction, how many applications have been rejected, and what is the time. So this is real-time dashboard, which suppose this is 100 right now, it will be 105 by the evening, something like this. So anybody can see it. This is the clear transparency that nothing is being hidden.
You see, the mouse is taken to the pink one, and it shows the count. What is the count in that, and what is the average days taken? Similarly, the green one count is 246, average days are 13. Feedback forums are created to get the feedback from public. Anyone can put his queries, anything about the system, about the new rules which are being formulated, and also give their feedback. This is the impact on process and time. This has been discussed, so I'm speaking it. Now, just 2 slides. This is the challenges and areas of further improvement. Number 1 is the challenges. This is the uneven adoption. You see, Delhi is a heterogeneous body, full of diversity. There are approved colonies, there are group housing societies, there are unauthorized colonies, there are unauthorized regularized colonies, there are JJ colonies, and whatnot. I think you imagine the type of habitat we can have, and it is there in Delhi. So, now unauthorized colonies, building bylaws are not applicable because they are not authorized. So, that is a big challenge. Geographical inequality. There are rural areas. There is a walled city area. There is that bungalow area and Lutyens Delhi, each having its own distinct character and accordingly different bylaws. So, now, to be frank, walled city area, it doesn't have the bylaws in place till date. Now, implementation hurdles. Uneven permit issuance, persistent unauthorized construction, no doubt, given the type of colonies we have, it is not stopped. And difficulty in enforcement due to lack of regulations and staffing shortage. Inclusion of older and informal colonies, regions, and maintaining digital infrastructure over long term is also a challenge. What is the way forward? Strengthening on-ground enforcement to boost permit adoption. You see, presently the staff which is working over there is far short of the sanctioned strength or the strength which is supposed to be there. So allocation of more staff, then training and accountability for MCD approvals is there. Digital system needs to be extended to uncovered areas while relaxing unrealistic norms and monitor of policy impacts. So Delhi system is a scalable and replicable model for urban governance and significantly streamlined the system despite challenges. This is already adopted in many states or cities of the India, and many other states still need to adopt this or a version of this. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Engineer Bansalji and Dr. Akil for a very good and nice presentation on a very practical topic. The next presentation is by Dr. Alok Bhaumik, who is the keynote speaker of the session, the technical section. He is a well-known name in the bridge and structural engineering. He has 4 decades of experience and published more than 100 technical papers. You can see many courses in which he has been the chairman or member, which have been finalized by in the structural field of structural engineering, received S.B. Joshi Memorial Award in 2018 for excellence in bridge and structural engineering. His topic is challenges, opportunities, and development in urban areas. Thank you.
ये दोनों okay. So good morning all. I can see that the hall is half filled. I can understand being a Sunday and the third day of the event, so there are less people. So my topic of presentation, as you can see, in this themed seminar, which is on Viksit Bharat 2047 and infrastructure development, the focus of my presentation would be the need for sustainable infrastructure development. I am adding a flavor of sustainability in the Viksit Bharat 2047. Down. Okay, so this is the broad content of my presentation. I understand I'll have about 25 to 30 minutes. I will try to speed up because I have large number of slides. So let me begin with the introduction. As you all are aware that the need to address the issue of sustainable development has grown upon us increasingly over the last couple of decades. Global warming, environmental changes, zero carbon emissions, these are buzzwords nowadays, which are often hard with sustainability and which has also given expression in terms of 17 sustainability development goals. So Viksit Bharat is, as we all know, I think we have been hearing many presentations since day before yesterday. It is the government's vision to transform the country into a developed nation by 2047, marking 100 years of independence, and it focuses on inclusive growth, innovation, sustainability, and good governance, ensuring prosperity for every section of the society. What are the objectives? Broadly, the objectives are given below: zero poverty, 100% good quality school education, access to affordable and comprehensive healthcare, 100% skilled labor, 70% women in economic activity, and farmers making our country the food basket of the world. And if you note, all these objectives are connected to some sustainability development goal. Basically, this Viksit Bharat 2047 aims to make India a developed nation with economic growth, environmental sustainability, social progress, and good governance. Global warming, environmental changes, zero carbon emissions are very commonly heard these days, as I mentioned earlier. These are the 17 sustainability development goals, which was the outcome of COP21 Paris Agreement in 2015, where India is signatory, one of the 192 countries who signed this agreement. When it comes to sustainability of civil infrastructure, we actually relate it to 4 of these SDGs. One is SDG 9, SDG 11, SDG 12, and SDG 13. And these are very important parts. We will come to that later. In addition to this COP21 Paris Agreement of 17 SDGs, we are also signatory to this 2026 COP26 Glasgow Summit, which happened in 2021, where we have this Panchamrit on climate change, which is a 5-point climate action plan. And if you see the commitments that we have made, they are a tall order. 4 out of these 5 points, bullets, commitments, are to be finished by 2030 and 1 by 2070. The last one, which is basically India will achieve a target of net zero by 2070. But other 4, all are related to reduction of our energy, fossil fuel, and all commitments are by 2030. For example, India committed to reach its non-fossil energy by 500 gigawatts by 2030. India will meet 50% of its energy requirements from renewable energy by 2030. India will reduce the total projected carbon emission by 1 billion tons from now to 2030. And by 2030, India will reduce the carbon intensity of its economy to less than 45%. These commitments cannot be fulfilled without active involvement of each and every one of us. It is not just the government who has to do it. All the stakeholders, right from planning, design, execution, construction, reuse, we have to be involved and very actively involved. If we really look at the global carbon dioxide emission, then it is worth noting that building and construction sector accounts for about half the global footprint, carbon footprint. The other half is basically on industrial production, transportation, agriculture. True sustainability in civil infrastructure is achieved through key issues such as planning, careful selection of material, design, construction, operational strategies, rehabilitation and reuse, which promotes environmental benefits throughout the life cycle of the infrastructure. Basically, the infrastructure sustainability chain is to be followed right from the planning stage to the demolition and reuse stage. So basically, you have to be very conscious about the choice of sustainable material. We have to design for sustainability. We have to carry out sustainable construction with no waste. Sustainable operation and maintenance during the service. Sustainable in repair and rehabilitation. And finally, at the end of the service life, sustainability by reuse of the material. All these are very important traits. Now, with this backdrop, let us see where do we stand, what is the infrastructure demand and sustainable habitat. So as we all know, we are in a rapid pace of infrastructure development. Our infra build-out is vital for the successful implementation of Viksit Bharat. And why is it so? Because, as very famously pointed out once by US President John Kennedy, when he was talking about the American roads, he said American roads are good not because America is rich, but America is rich because American roads are good. In other words, if we want to have a developed nation status, then first and foremost we have to focus on our infrastructure, and the government is already on this. When we talk about the infrastructure, we talk about the roadways, railways, metro, airways, ports, ropeways, tunnels. Housing is a separate sector, energy sector, and water management sector. If you see our landscape of our growth so far, then India's infrastructure spending has to double as per the plans to 143 lakh crores between the fiscal 24 to 2030 as compared to 27-23. You can see these red lines and the blue lines, and the blue lines represent 27 to 23, and the red lines indicate 2024 to 2030 planning for expenditure, and you can see more or less in every sector, roads, railways, urban infra, energy, transport, or other infra, it is nearly double. In fact, it is more than double when it comes to energy. For the road sector, we have basically, there are 5 government agencies working on it: NHAI, NHIDCL, NRIDA, BRO, PWDs in various states. Annual construction rate is whopping 10,000 to 13,000 kilometers a year. In other words, about 28 to 35 kilometers a day, which is a phenomenal. We have key projects like Bharat Mala Expressway, Greenfield corridors, and we are also in a big way upgrading our rural roads. If you see the total road network, we are the second largest road network in the world after United States, and we have, of course, the highest road density. Average road length per 1 lakh person is 7.7 kilometer in India, as against 49 kilometer in Japan, 114 kilometer for USA. And you see, in terms of national highway, for the last 10 years, we have almost had 60% growth. We were at 91,000 kilometers in 2014, and today we have 1,46,145 kilometers, and we are still counting. When it comes to railways, also there has been a steady progress. We are the 4th largest railway system in the world. We have more than 150,000 bridges, railway bridges, and we are only behind United States, Russia, and China. 26,000 kilometers of new track is built in the last 10 years. Current is 66,000 kilometers. The speed of railway construction reaches 8.12 kilometers a day, which is 35 kilometers a day for the highway. 700 crore passengers are traveling by rail. Target is in 5 years to make it 1,000 crores per year. 1,500 million tons of freight is carried today, and the target is to carry 3,000 million tons per year. We have bullet train work in progress, which will cover about 500 kilometers between Mumbai and Ahmedabad, but there are many other corridors which are in the pipeline. Railways budget allocation increased to 2,52,000 crores from 35,000 crores. If you see our metro network, India has world's 3rd largest metro network. We are just behind China and USA, and I think, as you are aware, as you can see in this slide, about 650 kilometers is under construction, and once we complete that, we will jump to the 2nd position, just after China. Of course, we can't match with China. We are at 1,000 kilometers, and China is at 9,827 kilometers. So, but we will be very soon getting the 2nd position. We have 1,000 kilometers of operational. In 11 states, we have metro, 23 cities having this metro network, more than 1 crore daily ridership, and we have very ambitious urban expansion. If we talk about the aviation, then it is the fastest growing domestic market, though we are 5th largest civil aviation market worldwide. But if you see the rate of progress, it is maximum, more than US, China, or Europe. That shows that how the pace of development is taking place in India. When it comes to ports, which has improved in recent years, expansion is in pipeline. We have target of 10,000 million tons per annum port capacity by 2047. It would require the development of world-class ports, digitized cargo system, green freight solutions, and efficient logistic hubs. Presently, 7,500 kilometer coastline, 200 plus ports, and we have 1,594 million metric tons of cargo which is handled presently, but 97% capacity growth since 2014. We are also constructing large number of tunnels. We have our longest railway tunnel is Pinjal railway tunnel, Pir Pinjal. We have longest highway tunnel, which is Atal tunnel, and we have many other tunnels both in the urban areas as well as in the non-urban areas. I mean, the pace of growth of tunnels also is increasing very fast. When it comes to ropeways, it's a very it's a growing network. We are developing 12 kilometers in Uttarakhand, from Govind Ghat to Hemkund ropeway, and also about 13 kilometers in Sonprayag to Kedarnath ropeway. It's a very ambitious project. One 2,730 crores, other 4,081 crores. In terms of housing, also there are several challenges. Rapid urbanization and rising incomes are driving demand for more spacious and better quality housing, and addressing this gap requires a very large-scale infrastructure investment, innovative, affordable housing solutions. Now, that is the infrastructure demand and sustainable habitat that we have talked about, and let us now talk about sustainability and sustainable construction material. Well, we have been using several material types in our buildings and bridges and structures. We use steel, we use painted steel, we use weathering steel, we use stainless steel, we use concrete of various grades and various types. We also, of late, we have started using fiber-reinforced polymers. We have started using ultra-high performance fiber-reinforced concrete. The old bridges are stone bridges, and also not in India, but in many other countries, timber bridges are becoming very popular because from sustainability considerations, the carbon footprint is negative. But in India, of course, we are not using that much because we don't have also, it's a question of resource availability as well. We have bridges and structures made of aluminium. Of late, we have also started using 3D printing, high performance concrete and ultra high performance concrete. Basically, when we talk about sustainable infrastructure, there are two aspects of sustainable infrastructure. One is energy related, and the second one is the material related issues. If we are talking about energy related issues, the focus is on reducing consumption, transitioning away from fossil fuel and creating a resilient low carbon energy system. When it comes to material related issues, its focus is on reducing the environmental impact of extraction, production, disposal, and adopting a circular economy approach. That means the same material which is used is reused. During a life cycle of an infrastructure, energy is consumed in manufacturing the material, transport, construction, and operation. And embodied energy is in an infrastructure, it varies significantly depending on the choice of material and technique. And I showed you many materials which are being used, but in recent times, from consideration of sustainability, there are many new materials which are being researched for possible applications where carbon footprint can be significantly reduced. Just to give an example, in concrete itself, there's so much of research is going around the world, and there is a thinking of even reducing the emission to the tune of 80%. And the chain starts right from reducing the carbon dioxide from the clinker production itself, by efficient plants, by waste fuels, by using waste fuels, by using alternative raw materials, and also the reducing the clinker cement by use of supplementary cementitious material. Of course, we are using this supplementary cementitious material for long, but more and more in terms of percentage of use of SCM is now being thought about. Reducing the cement in concrete by aggregate grading, good admixture, use filler. Reducing the concrete in buildings and bridges. So first you reduce CO2 in the production, reduce clinker in the cement, reduce cement in concrete, then reduce concrete in structures, and end of the day more efficient reuse of buildings and bridges, recycle, that is reuse. All these are basically thought about. When it comes to alternative sustainable material which are environment friendly, there are three types, natural and plant-based materials like bamboo, mass timber, straw, bale, hempcrete, mycelium, cork, rammed earth. In recycled and upcycled materials, I think there is a growing demand to use recycled steel, recycled glass, recycled plastic and reclaimed wood, though the specifications for infrastructure do not still promote this, but it is high time that we start promoting use of recycled steel in our construction. Then innovative and low carbon materials are also being researched for various structures. Now let's get into the bottlenecks. Why we are not able to, we are talking a lot about the sustainability and what should be done, but why? What are the bottlenecks? Why we cannot do it? We need to recognize that, you see, our present codes and standards were developed at a time when we were not much knowledgeable about the global warming. We didn't know much. None of us, those who developed the codes, are in present state, the codes do not address the issue of sustainability, because the global warming was not there. Thereafter, these codes have gone incremental changes, but not a whole hog substantive change. Basically, when we talk about the design philosophy for sustainability perspective, there are three aspects, as we know: social performance, environmental performance, and economic performance. When it comes to social performance, some aspects we have already been considering. For example, structural safety, serviceability, durability, we have been talking about. But what we have not been talking about is the robustness, is the structural resilience, and many other things which is given in red are issues which needs to be now embedded into the codes and standards. When it comes to environmental performance, we have to talk about life cycle assessment. We have not been doing life cycle assessment so far. All our tenders, bids are based on the least cost, the least initial cost, and nobody really, we do not have a system by which we encourage life cycle assessment and life cycle costing. So both life cycle assessment and life cycle costing in economic performance are very, very important. Technical challenges in design. Traditionally, these are the factors which we have been considering in design: ground condition, live load, accidental load, movement, etc., etc. But today, there are additional considerations to account for sustainability. We have to talk about climate change impacts in mitigation measures or adaptation measures. We have increased variable loads. There are many man-made hazards. We have seen recently the disaster at Dharali as well as at Kishtwar in Jammu and Kashmir. And this frequency of such disasters will keep increasing, as we all know. We need to design structures for a longer service life. So far, we have been designing for 50 years. Bridges we design for 100 years. But today we need to think whether 100 years is sufficient or we need to increase it to 150 years. We need to reduce our short construction schedule, and we have to cater for the increased landslides, cloudbursts, etc. Now, what is the conceptual framework for such climate change mitigation and adaptation strategies? See, what are the challenges we have highlighted here? These are the challenges, limiting factors, which we are trying to overcome. and what are the mitigation and adaptation strategies that we have written here on the right hand side: green energy, sustainable material, high rise and living building elements, etc., etc. And basically we have to do all this within the limited planetary boundaries that we have. Now, an important slide is this one, where we talk about innovation in design and construction methods. Essentially, what is embodied carbon? It is nothing but a product of two variables. One is the quantity of material, and second is the carbon intensity factor of that material. So if we want to reduce carbon, we have to reduce both the quantity of material in a structure and its carbon intensity factor. What are the ways? First, optimize the use of material, and there are many options that we can have. First is to reduce the quantity of material. You use less stuff, and when we say less stuff, these are the various ways by which you can reduce quantity. First and foremost, in the planning stage, you think whether this we need to build it at all. I can give many examples of flyovers being built, and then we suddenly built a flyover for a crossing, and we shifted the traffic congestion to the next crossing. And perhaps a transport engineering solution could have been better rather than an engineering solution. So as a consultant, we must, and as a client, we must be very clear that whatever structure we are building, whether really it is required. If it is required, can we build this? Can we reduce the quantity? Can we reduce the construction to the extent possible, not compromising the requirements? And then once we have decided that we will build, can we build cleverly? Can we put appropriate structural configuration which is optimized? Can we do a value engineering on that structure that we are building? And then once we have completed the design and the construction is going on, during construction, how do we build efficiently? How do we utilize the materials very efficiently, and how do you ensure that the construction is done in a manner where the waste is minimized and the carbon footprint is also minimum? This is another interesting chart which shows that the potential for carbon reduction is maximum at the planning stage, and as you go in a project from planning to design to execution to use, your potential or chances to reduce carbon footprint reduces drastically. For example, at the planning stage, your decision to build nothing or build less can reduce straight away 80% of your carbon footprint. But if you decide to build and come to the design stage, then you have got to build clever, design in the use of low carbon material, streamline delivery, minimize resource consumption, and all this will help you to at least counter 50% of the carbon footprint. And during construction, you only have a chance to reduce about 20%. So this is a very good curve to indicate that the people who are designing, who are engineers, they must be sitting in the table where the basic planning is done. We must be a part of the decision-making process in planning. There are 4 R's that to be followed in our planning and design. First R is refuse, don't build. Is there an alternative, less damaging option? The second is reuse, build with reused components, easier for building of course than bridges. Design for deconstruction and reuse, the circular economy. Reduce, third R, design more efficiently and use low carbon material. And the fourth R is recycle, ensure materials, if not reusable, can be recycled effectively, and specify minimum recycled content in a project so that the planners or designers right in the beginning itself think about recycling. Yeah, so we come to the last part of my presentation, which is policy recommendations to promote use of sustainable material. We have discussed about the various demand, the sustainable material and the sustainable design practice which is required, but nothing will move if we do not have a policy which is a promotion of sustainable development by the authorities. So there are policy recommendations can be in 4 parts. We can have fiscal incentive, preferential bidding, regulatory and certification framework, and finance and insurance incentives. Fiscal incentives can make green material cost competitive. Preferential bidding can create a demand-driven market. Regulatory and certification framework can ensure standardization and build trust. And finance and insurance incentives can improve the bankability and reduce the risk. Let us get into the details now. You see, in fiscal incentive, you can have tax benefit and GST reform, which can be in many forms. How much time I have? Can you? Okay,
Almost completed.
Okay, I will
we are
take
giving
just
you 5
2
minutes more.
Okay, thank you very much. That will be fine. So if we are talking about the fiscal incentive, then tax benefit and GST reforms is one. Capital subsidies or low cost credit support. In tax benefit and GST reforms, one can extend Income Tax Act deductions for green material usage. Deductions proportional to percentage of sustainable material in a project. These kind of incentives can be given by the government to promote sustainable use of material. Reduce GST on eco materials like fly ash brick, precast blocks from 12 to 18% as it is now to 5% or zero rated. In terms of capital subsidies, we can have green industry subsidy scheme, maybe 30% reimbursement of capex for using green material. We can have special focus on particularly tier 2 and tier 3 cities to enhance affordability and access, and encourage recycled aggregates, low carbon cement, bio-based material, etc. And we can also give low cost credit support, interest subversion via CDB, NABARD for sustainable material producers, easier credit access for startups, MSMEs, and build a resilient green construction ecosystem. In terms of preferential bidding, it can be done using tender reforms, support for startups and MSMEs, pre-qualification and standardization. In tender reforms, GFR should be amended and procurement manuals to include sustainability parameters. Bonus technical points, 5 to 10% of using more than 25% of certified green material. For example, contractor using recycled aggregate in highways should get some incentive. Support for startups and MSMEs, relaxed criteria for startups developing innovative green material, align with Startup India and Make India goals, encourage competition beyond the cost, innovation-driven demand. And pre-qualify contractors with proven green track record, revise BOQ templates to include sustainable alternatives, and pilot in smart cities, PMAY and metro projects. To ensure standardization and trust, you can have mandatory disclosures, disclosure of embodied carbon for large projects, and these are very common nowadays in European countries. They go for it. The manufacturers, the product manufacturers declare that the material that I am producing is having this much carbon footprint. That gives a competition also among the various manufacturers. So for any project which is more than 100 crores, I think there should be a mandatory disclosure. Material passport and standards, digital material passport system for government projects. BIS can introduce that. It can create standard for emerging material, self-healing concrete, PCM, bio-based, etc. And we can track source, certification, recyclability, impact, etc. Certification expansion, fast track approval under green fast track scheme, extend GRIHA IGBC Edge certification to roads, railways, bridges and airports. So this is something which is very important because most of our infrastructure is on bridges and roads, and if we can bring in this similar concept to GRIHA in bridges, I think it will improve a lot in reducing, in making our infrastructure sustainable. Coming to the finance and insurance, we can have green finance inclusion, green bonds, and insurance and risk guarantees. In terms of green finance inclusion, we propose to revise the RBI's priority sector lending to include green infrastructure, banks to allocate fixed credit share to projects using sustainable material, and lower interest rates for certified green projects. Green bonds and loan products, SIDBI, NABARD, IIFCL to offer dedicated green loans, SEBI to promote green bonds linked to verified sustainable materials, and expand sovereign green bond framework to state level projects. And the last one is the insurance and the risk guarantees, IRDAI, lower premiums for durable, fire resistant, climate resilient materials, create green infrastructure guarantee fund with the Ministry of Finance or World Bank backing, enhances bankability and investor confidence. So with this, I come to the end, and my summary, the roadmap ahead is following. Meeting the Viksit Bharat 2047 challenge without breaching the Earth's ecological boundaries will demand a paradigm shift in our behavior. The construction industry needs to work together with clients, government to plan and design structures in balance with the natural world. Together we must commit to strengthen our working practice to create engineering outcomes that have more positive impact on the world around us. We need to create better connected industry with the active alliance of government and other business that are committed to change, and all must speak with one voice. That's very important. Learn from international best practices and connect globally. Huge work is going on around the world on this sustainability, particularly in countries like UK and Europe. And I think a lot can be taken. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. We can only take and of course Indianize it, but a lot of knowledge is already there. Share knowledge and also acquire knowledge. I think we are at this stage where some of us know a lot, some of us know very little, and some of us do not know anything about sustainability. It is time that we share our knowledge if we have, we acquire knowledge if we do not have, because that is, the sensitivity is very important. You need to understand that sustainability affects all of us. It is like, I always say that it is like the entire world, human beings are in a boat and the boat is leaking. It does not matter whether you have actually made that hole, but you are going to sink in any case. So the only way is to collectively plug that hole. And therefore, we need to all work together on the work on the sustainability long term. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for this, giving me this time. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
For a very insightful presentation on infra requirement and sustainable development. I request Sri Rajesh Kumar Das, Additional Secretary to the Government of Tripura, for the presentation on R&D for frontier technology for the future, paving the way for Viksit Bharat 2047 in infrastructure development. Sri Das, please.
Sir, you are requested to kindly take
strictly follow the timing. We are already lagging behind 20 minutes. Please.
Good morning all. Respected President IBC, other distinguished guests and my dear friends. I am very happy to present my paper on R&D for frontier technologies for the future, paving the way for Viksit Bharat 2047 in infrastructure development. One of the greatest shair of India, Muhammad Iqbal, has told, "सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्तान हमारा." तो 2047 में अभी तो सारे जहां से अच्छा है ही, और भी अच्छा हो जाएगा. फिर on Bengali poet long back told, श्री अतुल प्रसाद सेन, "বলো বলো বলো সবে শতবিনা বেনু রবে ভারত আবার জগৎ সবাই শ্রেষ্ঠ আসন লবে." তো 2047 is the Viksit Bharat when India will grow and India will become number one in the world. So I have composed one poem on Viksit Bharat 2047. Let me present in front of you Viksit Bharat 2047. In lands where rivers dance with golden rays, a vision blooms through India's timeless ways. Viksit Bharat 2047 calls our name, a future forged in progress, pride and fame. From villages to cities, lights ignite with smart designs and dreams that take to flight. Green fields whisper tales of harvest bold, sustainability in every fold. Engineers and dreamers hand in hand build bridges, roads across this vast land. With science as our guide, with rise anew, a nation strong where hopes come true. By 2047, the world will see a Bharat vibrant, wild and free. United hearts with courage as our code, Viksit Bharat stands forevermore. This is my poem, and I am starting my presentation. The vision of Viksit Bharat 2047. The goal is the developed nation with 30 trillion, more than 30 trillion economy by 2047. Pivotal role of infrastructure, a backbone of economic activities, urbanization and quality of life. Problem statement, traditional infrastructure approaches are insufficient for rapid urbanization, climate change and resource constraints. The transformative power and R&D, research and development in frontier technologies is essential for tailoring global innovation to India's unique context. Key focus, leveraging technology to enhance efficiency, reduce cost and promote sustainability. Ultimate objective, to create a resilient, technology-driven, built environment for a new India. What are frontier technologies? Frontier technologies are a category of advanced, rapidly developing technologies that are at the cutting edge of scientific and industrial breakthroughs. They are defined as their noble nature, high growth potential, and capacity to bring about significant economic and social transformation. Emerging tools, what are the tools? Artificial intelligence for predictive maintenance and urban planning, Internet of Things, IoT, real-time monitoring of bridges and dams, 3D printing, rapid cost-effective construction with less waste, blockchain, ensuring transparency in construction supply chains, renewable energy, technology, innovation in solar, wind and other clean energy sources that can help transition away from fossil fuels. India's R&D landscape. Our nation's R&D ecosystem is rapidly evolving. We are seeing concerted efforts from government bodies like ANRF, that is Anushandhan National Research Foundation, aims to increase R&D expenditure to 2% GDP by 2047. At present, it is only 0.7%. Niti Ayog's Frontier Tech Hub, focusing on key areas like AI and quantum computing. Pradhan Mantri Gati Shakti Plan integrates in technology for efficient project execution, and public-private partnership catalyzing innovation through initiatives like the Atal Innovation Mission. The need for R&D development, R&D investment. While we are on the right path, a significant challenge remains low R&D investment. To truly become a leader in this space, we must increase our spending to drive innovation that is tailored to our specific needs and challenges. India's R&D investment is currently low 0.7% of GDP compared to global peers like China 2.4%, the USA 3.5% and South Korea 4.9%. Low investment limits major breakthroughs in frontier tech. It is crucial for customizing global innovation to India's unique context. Targeting investment are key to achieving self-reliance in infrastructure. What are the key challenges? First challenge is low R&D investment, already I told you, and digital divide. Rural areas lack high-speed internet for IoT deployment. Cyber security, interconnected systems are vulnerable to attacks. Skill gaps, lack of trained professionals in emerging fields like quantum computing. High upfront cost discourages small-scale builders from adopting new technologies. Now, strategic opportunities. Our opportunities are immense. With a large and talented youth population and vibrant startup scene, we have the potential to become a leader in this field. Strategic policies and public-private partnerships will accelerate this journey. Leverage India's demographic dividend and massive startup ecosystem. More than 1 lakh startups can drive innovation in affordable infrastructure solutions. Now, policy intervention, tax incentives for R&D can attract foreign investment. Collaborations, international partnership can bring best practices and knowledge. Empowering entrepreneurs, eased regulation will revitalize innovation. Now, I have given some case studies of different states. First is Delhi Metro. They have adopted AI, and because of this, downtime reduced as much as 30%. Next case study is affordable housing. That is Pradhan Mantri Housing for All, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, PMAY, that is housing for all. Here, key advantages of PMAY, speed, a major benefit is the dramatic reduction in construction time because of 3D printing. 3D printing is adopted here. You can see Gujarat, these two buildings are there. One is a building built for the common people, another is Lighthouse project at Rajkot, Gujarat. Both are done by 3D printing. I am not going in detail due to paucity of time. Next is your Maharashtra, land records, that is the blockchain. The advantages: tamper-proof records. Once land ownership or transaction data is recorded on the blockchain, it cannot be altered without consensus from the network. Real-time access and verification. Blockchain enable a unified, transparent registry accessible to authorized stakeholders such as government department, developers or buyers. It has reduced corruption in land. Streamlined process, accelerating land acquisition, enhanced trust and reduced litigation. You know, more than 2/3 litigation are land related. So it has reduced the land litigations. Supporting urban planning, it has supported the urban planning. This is the Bangalore. Next is Bangalore urban planning. They have adopted IoT, Internet of Things, for traffic management. Key components of this system include smart traffic signals and sensors, vehicle to infrastructure communication, real-time traffic monitoring, smart parking solutions, data integration and mobility apps. Implementation and examples: adaptive traffic control system ATCS, intelligent traffic management system ITMS, public transport integration. Impact to IoT on traffic management: it has reduced congestion, improved commuter experience, environmental benefits, data-driven urban planning, enhanced safety. Challenges and future potential: infrastructure cost is more, data privacy and security, integration with legacy system and scalability. A roadmap for future: need to triple R&D funding through ANRF. Now the funding is only 0.7%. It should be minimum 2% in the year 2047. Required to establish dedicated centers for infrastructure technology, integration of AI into public works department. In PWD and CPWD, AI should be introduced. Emphasize green R&D for sustainable infrastructure to foster a culture of innovation through public-private partnerships. The roadmap is clear. We must triple R&D funding, establish dedicated centers and integrate new technologies into our existing systems. By doing so, we will build a future-proof built environment. In conclusion, R&D is the cornerstone of a resilient, technology-driven built environment by 2047. By overcoming challenges and grabbing opportunities, India will build a future that is smart, sustainable, and inclusive. Through concerted efforts, India will emerge as a global leader in innovative infrastructure. R&D in frontier technologies is indispensable for realizing the vision of Viksit Bharat 2047. It is our key to building a future-proof environment and fulfilling our ambition to become a developed nation. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir.
This is my professional profile, and thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. I will now open the house for a few questions, maybe one or two questions from one, person, member, and please keep it brief so that we can complete this session in time.
So, thank you, Bansal sir. That was a nice presentation. In fact, this is the need of the hour, not only for MCD, but also for all the places in India. Everywhere we have this problem. Everywhere we have this repetitive and redundant activities piling on one another and extending the date of approval for years together. Now it has come to 7 days. Somebody is giving the plinth approval in 7 days. It's most welcome. Along with that, actually, I'll suggest one more thing. The electrical, sewerage and water supply connection. Why it cannot be integrated with that 7 days approval? Along with, for a minimum quantity. Suppose the load for that building is 20 kilowatt, we can always give it for 5 kilowatt.
Sir, at the plinth level, these sanctions are not required.
No,
But
I agree, I agree.
Sir, let me complete.
Yeah.
But while applying for completion certificate, there's this integration and that you can apply for sewage, water and electricity connections simultaneously. The application goes, the field inspections, if required at the time of the OCC, they will inspect for the requirement of these three utilities also, and simultaneously you will get them.
Most of the time, actually, if you are not giving approval, say construction power is required anyway, and water supply and sewerage, if you are not connecting, these construction people actually, they choke the system in such a manner that it becomes difficult for the entire community at that time. This can be an additional thought of, we can deliberate on this and do it. It's not that it's a compulsion to do it. But it will definitely ease the process. The ease of doing business, what you have suggested, it will be a double ease of doing the business actually.
Well taken, sir. We will forward it to the
certain
department.
minimum quantities, so 5 kilowatt of this thing or 1 KLD of liter, something.
We understand, sir.
Second thing is the process time pie chart. That's dynamic and it was coming immediately one application is processed, the number was changing. So that is a very good thing. But I will request one more thing, it should be done day-wise. Suppose I have applied it on 10th of August. So 10th of August, what is the status in the pie chart? One pie chart should be for 10th of August. So all the people who have applied on 10th August.
In fact, it was not possible from the time.
If it is there, then that is very nice.
It was for the time constraints. And due to some connection problems. But at the top left-hand corner, top left-hand corner, there is from and to. You can select the date from which period you want to see the pie chart, and it will reflect for that period.
Perfect.
So say you want to see for 10th September, you select for 10th September to 10th September, and it will show.
Perfect. Like Delhi Metro become an ideal and model and implementation technique for all other metros. I think
please keep the questions brief, sir. Give the chance to others also. Thank you, sir.
Sir, it has already been adopted in many states.
This is to Dr. Bhomik. build nothing less, clever, efficiently. To that, I would add from my experience working for 15 years in state government of a health department, right from sub-center to medical college and teaching hospitals, both in expansion, new construction, retrofitting also, build right at the right location, right space norms, equipment norms, and that is very important. Your comment, please.
Yeah, I cannot agree with you more. I mean, what you are saying is part of the planning itself. In the planning itself, you have to ensure that you are building at the right place with the right, space requirements. If you are building a hospital building, then the size and the infrastructure has to meet the requirements. So that's a part of planning which I have covered, and definitely the point is absolutely valid. Thank you.
Only two more questions, please. So my question to Dr. Viksit. Vaishnav Jan to so basically your 4 B's and 4 R's are phenomenal, and you have raised the bar for the country of CRRI. Congratulations. So I am Ajay Kumar Harit, representing ICA, entrapped dampness engineering scientist with 4 patents and 2 process patents, and convener of BIS committee drafting a code on moisture audit, a mandatory moisture audit. That was my demand. So basically, sir, my question is very specific. Are we creating sustainable structures? Elaborate कर देता हूँ सर. एक और चीज बोलता हूँ सर, that's why I come here. ये जो विकसित भारत 2047 है, ये सिर्फ एक आदमी का ही विजन है सर. ऑनरेबल प्राइम मिनिस्टर मोदी साहब का, गडकरी साहब जैसे लेफ्टिनेंट्स उसको सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं. बट हैंड्स ऑन द हार्ट, व्हाट हैव आई डन टू क्रिएट दिस विजन पॉसिबल? अब सर मैं आता हूं स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चन. मैंने क्यों पूछा? हमारी प्राइड है अटल टनल. सर वी आर विथड्रॉइंग about 20 to 30 lakh liters water from that tunnel to keep it waterproof. Not understanding that by sand boiling, one morning, even Mandi will be wiped off. So, question back to you, sir. Secondly, sir, आपका carbon footprint पे था. A building 8 years old, 8 धौला कुआं, 32 करोड़ में बनी, 20,000 cubic meter concrete was taken out of it by IIT, Matsagar Saab, Sahu Saab, awarded persons हैं to just repair a building, 40 crores investment done. Thank you, sir. My question back, are we creating and will we create sustainable structures? और अगर sustainable structure नहीं बनेगा, तो where are we even close to this vision? या ये मुंगेरी लाल के हसीन सपने और आगे दौड़ पीछे चौड़ हो जाएगी. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I think very philosophical questions. See, I would like to tell you that we are, you see, there are not many visionaries in the world. So, Modi Sahib is a visionary. So, you may be right that, it is only a vision of one person. But generally, visionaries are very few. But the vision which is given by our Honorable Prime Minister, it should be basically our mission. And all of us needs to basically go towards that. So I am very optimistic. I am sure that if our Prime Minister has a vision of Viksit Bharat by 2047, developed nation, it will be there. But most importantly, if we have to be a developed nation, today's scenario, we can't do it without sustainability bringing in all our decision making. I think that's a very bare minimum thing. And that is one area where I am not so optimistic the way things are moving. It is moving at a very slow pace. We need to, you see, all our infrastructure projects whether whatever we discuss in this kind of a forum, end of the day when we start actually working and executing, planning a project, we go by our codes, standards, specifications. So the first point where we need to improve upon is our code, standards and specifications, because then by default, whether you are ignorant, whether you are half knowledge, whether you are fully knowledgeable, you will be practicing sustainable development even if, so it has to be there in the codes and standards and practice, and that the pace of improvement in the codes, standards and practice to bring in environmental performance, sustainable economic performance as well as social performance is prerequisite. And you don't have to reinvent the wheel. I am saying that already people around the world are doing it. You don't have to reinvent the wheel, it's not rocket science. Already people are doing it around the world. All you have to do is... Yeah. सब चाय पे चर्चा कर लेंगे.
एक छोटा क्वेश्चन.
Thank you, sir.
जी sir. I have one question to the single window clearance and the regularization. But before that, someone has asked the point regarding the water seepage or the flow of the water in the Rohtang tunnel. I was part of the survey. Part of being my name is Brigadier Sunil Gopant. I was in the 70 road construction company, BRO. So the water will come out in that particular tunnel, 9.17 kilometers long, because it's a fissured rock. The tunnel is in the Himalaya. Kindly pay attention. It is a part of the Himalaya, and Himalaya is full of water. So water will come into the tunnel, and accordingly the measures have been taken to mitigate that particular water to get into the catchment area and take it out. So that point is taken care of, that thing, and that will continue for years together. Himalaya में पानी जरूर आएगा, but it will be taken care of. That was one of the my... नहीं वो आएगा, पानी तो आना है, because lot of people have carried out the feasibility study on that. एक मेरा information था, since I worked on that thing, and regarding the MCDs का single window clearances. See, Viksit, last 2.5 days हम लोग विकसित भारत विकसित शब्द कर रहे हैं. So विकसित means free of problem, and it should be lesser of a झगड़ा prone area. That should be by 2047. हमारे देश में ऐसा होना चाहिए. But when it comes to the built environment, the occupation, Passe or the unauthorized colonies. Now you mentioned 105 square meter will be a self-certification, as it is mentioned. I didn't know this particular figure. Today I learned that thing. Delhi government is giving 105 square meter through own. Let us say I am the owner. मैं अपना certificate देके कर लूँगा. So is it a backdoor entry to regularize the unauthorized colonies, which are to be done by 2047? And other states are all following that thing, or is it being passed on to the other state? 105 square meter. Kindly elaborate on that. Thank you.
Yeah, sir, this is not to regularize the unauthorized colonies. Whatever is being spoken of refers to the areas which are regularized and have proper layout plans and approved layout plans. But like Rohini, they are smaller plots. They otherwise have to go to the whole process of going through the construction permit and all that. So for that, up to 105 square meter of plot area, residential use, he can just engage an architect who will build the map. The owner will make self-certification, and with the requisite fees, the architect will upload the building plans on the MCD portal, and an acknowledgement will be given to him. That acknowledgement itself will serve as his approval. And it is the onus now on the owner to ensure that he complies with whatever he has stated.
Thank you, sir. All the discussions or any other further questions we may deal in during the tea time, because we are running short of time. In fact, I would thank Shri Vivek Khade, my co-chairman, and Shri Ranjit Singh Hare, reporter, and Ranjit has really given a long thing, and it would become a full paper, I would try to just abridge the 4 papers. We have 4 papers including the keynote address. And the first one was by Shri Akshay Sanyal on integrated approach using digital systems, bio-based materials and green hydrogen. He dealt with additive manufacturing, 3D printing for sustainable development, bio-based materials, AI and blockchain. The second presentation was from Mr. Shri Bansalji and and Dr. Akil Ahmedji regarding streamlining of construction permits in Delhi, single window reforms, transforming and ease of doing business. It was a very, in fact, they are the people who started this, basically the process, this policy, implemented it, and now it is being implemented in other parts of India also. It is getting these single permits in single window, online building permission systems for ease of doing business, and going from regulatory environment to operational business. The third presentation was by the keynote speaker of the session, Dr. Alok Bhaumik, on challenges, opportunities, development in urban areas. He stressed upon that for any development of a country, the major requisite is infrastructure development. It is the vital for growth of India and the vision that our Honorable Prime Minister is seeing. But all this should be with a red flag with the sustainability requirements and assessing the environmental impact of all those construction practices. And he stressed upon the reduced demand for carbon and more environment-friendly construction techniques. He stressed on 4 Rs. And one of the most revealing things, that is build nothing, starting from that. The last presentation was from Rajesh Kumar Das, a very lively presentation. It started with a, in fact, very motivating poem written by you, sir? Yes, yes. Written by you? Oh, wonderful. And he also basically stressed upon the infrastructure development, its pivotal role, and the ways to, in fact, include all the AI techniques, blockchaining, and 3D printing, all policy changes, implementation, and also went in for the case studies of Delhi Metro. Thank you, sir.
We have got 2 sponsored presentations lined up by Messrs. Andula and Asian Paints. Their representatives are present here. Yeah, please come. The time allotted to Messrs. Andola and Asian Paints is 5 minutes each. So, since we have overshot the time, kindly complete your presentation in 5 minutes. The representatives are present in the hall? Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. I need one more mic. It's on the stage. Thank you. Yeah. Good morning, all. We are representing the brand that is Ondolin Roofing, Ondolin Roofing Systems. My name is Amar Sen Nikam. I am taking care of West India for Ondolin.
And myself, Lakhan Rathore. I am taking care of Gujarat and Rajasthan from Ondolin Roofing Systems.
So basically, Ondolin is an 8-year-old company. Is it? Oh, okay. Sorry. So Ondolin is an 8-year-old company, and it's basically a French-based company. We have 8 manufacturing facilities throughout the world. If you're talking about India, our nearest manufacturing plant is located at Penang, and Indian head office is located in Bangalore. We have full-fledged sales team, technical team to assist our customers. Coming to, where is the slide changer? Okay. So currently we are operating in more than 120 countries. So we have worldwide presence. So coming to what is the composition of the product. So this product is made up of high-grade asphalt and cellulose fiber. It's a core component of the product. Now the question arises, like, why this composition? Because you'll get a lot of benefit with this composition. The first benefit of this product is
it's a 100% waterproof due to its monocolor technology and the gasket and screwing system. Our material will give you 100% waterproof while raining and all seasons. The next is
thermal performance. Because of strong networking of cellulose fiber in our product, it helps to cut down the heat. So it helps to get thermal performance also.
And the third one is wind uplift resistance. It's tested and proven that our material will withstand up to 225 km/h wind pressure. During cyclone also there is recorded almost 170, but we didn't get any uplifting complaints throughout India and any countries.
Slide. Okay, the common question is whether it will withstand in our climatic condition or not, because it's a French product. So the answer is this product withstand from -45 to +70 degree you can use this product in any part of the country. So we have done a couple of installation in Srinagar, Rajasthan, even in Nagpur also we have done a couple of projects, even government project also.
Another one is our material is a lightweight, world's lightest weight roofing material in terms of roofing industry. As mentioned here, our material's weight is only 360 gram per square foot. So why it is so much lightweight? Because of the strong networking of cellular fiber and wood, and the bituminous product, our material will give you strength also in spite of lightweight. For example, if we say about tennis rackets, it's a very lightweight, but it will give you a very much mechanical strength and best features also.
So there is no metal content in this product. So rusting is not a concern. So we can use this product in coastal areas also. What happened? Can you please help me? In this slide is going on. Oh, okay. So coming to product portfolio. So we have 2 categories of product. One is Ondovilla tiles. The standard size of the product is 0.4 meter by 1 meter. 3 mm is the thickness. Yeah, 3 mm is the thickness of the product, and we have 4 color options available. So to install our product, we require specific purlin spacing. As my colleague told, this is one of the lightest roofing solutions, so we don't require any heavy structure. We require lightweight purlins to install it. And the best part, our product comes with different accessories. So we not only provide the roofing tiles, we provide complete package.
Another product is a sheet profile material, which comes into the 2 meter by 950 mm, and it's only available in a plain colors only, so you will not get a shaded color effect in this, but for exposed area or a very large area, you can use a sheet profile also, and there is no corrugation in the classic sheet, but we have another profiles also, like Duro sheet, like Ondulin 3D also. In there, you can get 4 colors as you see there. And as mentioned earlier, there is also a purlin distance needed to install our sheet profile also. There is a specific distance for 50 mm, like for 45 centimeter purlin to purlin. And for one sheet, we are ensuring that we have to install 18 screw per sheet, which will give you strength as well as the uplift resistance also.
So we have done a couple of projects, different segments of project. We have done resorts, individual residences, government project also. We have recently completed Pohra Devi project, which is near to Washim, Yavatmal. This is a very interesting concept called overroofing. So, for example, if existing roof has certain issue like leakages, thermal issue, so without removing the existing roof, we can install purlins on it. On purlins, we can directly install our product, that is Onduvilla tiles or Ondulin classic sheet. So in this case, you'll get 3 benefits. The first benefit, because of there is a 2 layer, there is a gap, and you'll get a heat insulation in this product. Second thing is aesthetics. Third thing, no need to vacuum the paste. So this is a very demanding concept, demanding solution, that is overroofing. Coming to some project reference, this is the project for Onduvilla tiles, which we executed in Kerala. So you can see the fit and finish of the product. Sir, just 1 minute. I'm just ending my presentation. So you can see here, our product comes with the proper accessories and all. And we have done a couple of government projects also. If you're aware about the new Goa airport, that is Mopa airport, we have executed our Onduvilla tiles there. And from the bottom side, it looks very elegant. So many architects and customers prefer this raw look. So we can actually save the cost of false ceiling also.
Next, Asian Paints, please be ready.
Yeah, so these are some government references, Goa airport and all. Thank you so much. And I really like to thank Indian Painting Congress to give such a good platform to. So it's made up of high-grade asphalt and cellulose fiber, sir. This is the core component of the product. So metal sheet, it absorbs heat and emits the heat below the roof. In our product, there is a strong networking of cellulose fiber. So because of cellulose fiber, it cut down the heat. Sir, as a company, we provide 15 years warranty for waterproofing.
There is a stall outside. They'll give total information over there. So please, we have to strictly follow the timing.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anula. After Asian Paints, there will be 2 more presentations by the sponsors. One is by the Magic Call, and last presentation will be by Godrej. And all presentation, please restrict to 5 minutes each. I would now call upon Asian Paints to present their product.
As all people knows Asian very well, so you can give within 2-3 minutes.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Yes, sir. As sir said that Asian Paints is well known to all of us. Hello. Asian Paint is, all of you know about the Asian Paints. Asian Paint is a leading brand in paints, but Smart Care, POP might be doesn't know about the Smart Care. Smart Care is a small baby of Asian Paint that covers the waterproofing, flooring, repair and admixture part. Means from last 1 decade, we are expanding our wings in a waterproofing, flooring and repairs. Round. Yeah. I tried to cover the few beeps about the all the categories. That first one is the waterproofing. In waterproofing, we have solution for substructure and superstructure waterproofing. Substructure, as many person discuss about the substructure, that tunnel waterproofing, then underground waterproofing, and other parts of a below ground waterproofing. And the superstructure is like a terrace, podium, and like a bathroom waterproofing. We have a solutions, not a products. We are selling the solutions for that. This is the structure section of the underground basement waterproofing. The first, you can see that the below ground, above the PCC, we put the one membrane. We have a different kind of a membrane. One of that membrane is a HDP membrane, and for vertical, we have a system like a liquid applied membranes, or even we have a ready-made preform membrane as well. So this kind of a box we created. So with this box, we can ensure that water doesn't ingress in the raft and retaining wall. These are the products we use for the below ground waterproofing. HDP membrane, high density polyurethane membrane is there. The beauty of that product, it doesn't require any curing or any subsystem system like a geotextile or even screed kind of a products. We can directly put the steel over on the top of that membrane, and directly you can cast your raft. This is what I said, that this membrane is available in up to the 1.8 mm thickness, and this doesn't require any geotextile or screed. Even in a quota stone, like means these are the conventional method where we require the mortar or kind of a ghadai kind of a systems, but that product doesn't require anything. And for vertical, first we prepare the surface by covering all the defects, and then we put the SBS membrane or PU magnum kind of a coatings to cover the vertical surface. With this manner, we cover the basement waterproofing. Then we come to the superstructure waterproofing. Superstructure waterproofing covers like terrace or podium kind of a waterproofing. We have a different kind of a product range, and we bifurcated that product range on the basis of elongation, tensile and crack bridging. That means if the combination of the three parameters is good, then the product is a superior. That we can see the last product, the Smart Care Hypertron, that having a 700% elongation, 12 MPa is a tensile, and 4 mm is the crack bridging of that product. Just this is the one AV. Just play that AV, please. Yeah. So this is the means you can, from this video you can observe or analyze how the superior this product category is, and how fastly the means like a strength of that product gain. On carton, this product having a setting time of 60 seconds only. Immediately it gets set. Means while pour on the surface, immediately gets set, and on the top of that, just we try to explain that on unstable surface as well, that material immediately gets set, and you can see that this kind of a strength immediately this product gain after 1 minute only. So this kind of a product we can use for the terraces where the heavy sensitive kind of a buildings you are preparing. And then till time we are covered the waterproofing part. Then we have a flooring also. Flooring we can use for the warehouses. Even we have flooring for residential car parking as well. That is the innovative product. Currently it is a trending part, means instead of a paver blocks or like a trimix floor which increase the load of your structure, but that last product is a car deck PU, which is reducing your load of the structure, but in parallel way it increase your aesthetical view. So this is the product actually. This is available in 1.5 to 2 mm thickness. You can build. This is in liquid form, and you can apply on the bare concrete as well as even on the trimix floor as well. So this is means like you can visit our stall. You can feel this product as this is having a texture kind of a surface, and that having a abrasion resistance, heavy abrasion resistance, as well as even having a means like an anti-skid property. That product having this kind of a benefits means excellent protection, low and easy maintenance, the anti-skid property that product have, resistance to petrol and diesel and engine oil, means if this is a non-penetrative material, if there is a diesel stain is on the floor, we can remove immediately by washing that, means washing you can immediately remove. And then improve the brightness, as this is a decorative product as well. So you can improve the brightness of a basement by choosing the bright color in the basement. And basic waterproofing, if there is a 2 or 3 layer down basement, in that case the basic waterproofing also provide. Then this is the second category we covered. First was waterproofing, then flooring, and third is a repair category.
Please just introduce your product details.
Yes sir. Just 1 minute I will take. In a repair range, sir, we have a different kind of a different kind of a products for different kind of a solutions. The anti-corrosive kind of a products we have. Then we have grouting for means live leakages, to arrest live leakages, or even for a strengthening of the product, strengthening of the concrete. Then the sealant for non-structural cracks. Then the bonding agents we have. Then the mortar and micro concrete. Then fiber wrapping. The fiber wrapping is the unique product which can increase the strength. Means if there is a if I take any example of FSI increase, in that case there is a need to increase the strength of the column or beam. In that case, this fiber wrapping come into picture. Instead of jacketing, you can use this fiber wrapping of product. Then protective carbonation coating. If you go outside of this hall, you can see on metro there is a one paint that is a protective IPN coating that is our applied only. You can see the feel of that is a shiny kind of a product, but in the same time it is the property of to reduce the carbonation effect that increase the life of your concrete. Then lastly we are in admixtures. Admixtures is the used to means acceleration or means like as per your requirement we provide the customized admixtures. So that is from our sides. Actually the waterproofing is the most ignorance the thing is in our industry. It is the contributed 1% of entire building, but 1% is spoil the 99% of your concrete. So that is the actually point. So my humble request, as I am at 12 years experience in waterproofing, so my humble request to all audience to keep noticing the waterproofing. So as become like a concrete structure, it is also the crucial part of your entire building. So if you combinedly we do the efforts, it might be in after.
Okay, thank you, sir.
That vision is our Viksit Bharat. We can contribute to the waterproofing as well. Thank you.
Yeah, representatives from Magic Call. Five minutes, sir.
नमस्कार, मैं मैजिकॉल से संजय हूँ। हमारी कंपनी बेसिकली एडेसिव बनाती है। एक्चुअली हमारी कंपनी बेसिकली एडेसिव्स बनाती है और हम लोग मार्केट में एग्जिस्ट करते हैं 2017, मतलब 8 साल हमारी कंपनी के हो गए। तो हमारी कंपनी के टोटल 3 प्लांट है, एक वापी, नागपुर और कोल्हापुर। वापी गुजरात में, नागपुर और कोल्हापुर महाराष्ट्र। हम लोग हमारा हेडक्वार्टर है मुंबई और R&D सब हमारे हेडक्वार्टर में ही होता है। और IS स्टैंडर्ड 15477 के सर्टिफिकेशन से हमारे सारे प्रोडक्ट सर्टिफाइड है और टीडीएस हमारा सब अवेलेबल है हमारे वेबसाइट पर। बेसिकली हम लोग 6 प्रोडक्ट में डील करते हैं। टाइल वॉल पर लगाने के लिए 6 प्रोडक्ट में डील करते हैं, ब्रॉन्ज स्टार, सिल्वर स्टार, गोल्ड स्टार, प्रीमियम। इसमें सिल्वर स्टार जो है ग्रे प्रोडक्ट है, गोल्ड स्टार ग्रे प्रोडक्ट है, गोल्ड स्टार में 300 नंबर जो है वो वाइट प्रोडक्ट है, प्रीमियम ग्रे 290 और प्रीमियम वाइट 252। आजकल आपको मालूम है पानी, लेबर के शॉर्टेज आ गया, पानी का शॉर्टेज आ गया, तो उसके लिए हमने रेडीमिक्स वॉल प्लास्टर, पावर फिक्स ब्लॉक जॉइंट मोटर, हाई बॉन्ड इपॉक्सी ग्राउट, हाई बॉन्ड टाइल ग्राउट, हाई बॉन्ड ग्राउट एडमिक्सचर, उसके साथ साथ टाइल को लेवलिंग करने के लिए लेवलिंग स्पेसर्स, लेवलिंग वेजेस, लेवलिंग पिलर प्लस स्पेसर्स। ये हमारे सर्टिफिकेशंस है, ये हमारे क्लाइंट से टोटल, ये हमारा अपकमिंग नया प्रोडक्ट है डायमंड स्टार ऑल पर्पस पीयू एडेसिव 212, जिसको हम प्लाई, रबर, पीवीसी, प्लास्टिक, मेटल, कंक्रीट, सीमेंट शीट, ग्लास एंड बाकी सरफेसेस पे यूज कर सकते हैं। थैंक यू।
Please come fast. Godrej representatives.
Hello. So, good afternoon everyone. I am Sumant from Godrej. We have a stall outside. You can visit our stall. एक छोटा सा प्रेजेंटेशन मैं यहाँ पे आपको दूंगा। जैसे फर्स्ट डे इनॉग्रेशन के समय गडकरी साहब ने बोला कि अगर विकसित भारत हमें करना है तो we'll have to go for qualitative approach and not quantitative approach or L1 approach. So उसी बेसिस पे मैं आपको एक छोटा सा प्रेजेंटेशन दिखाऊंगा। हमारे प्रोडक्ट का ग्लिम्स है। फर्नीचर एक ऐसा थिंग है जो आप एक्सपीरियंस करके समझ सकते हैं, ना कि यहाँ पे स्लाइड में देख के। तो एक छोटा सा मैं आपको यहाँ पे प्रेजेंटेशन दिखाऊंगा, बाकी आप एक्सपीरियंस हमारे स्टॉल पे कर सकते हैं। सो टॉकिंग अबाउट गोदरेज, वी आर द मार्केट लीडर। 130 साल हो गए कंपनी को। संपर्क, सो ऑलमोस्ट 18 ब्रांचेस हमारे पैन इंडिया प्रेजेंस है, राइट फ्रॉम जम्मू कश्मीर टू कन्याकुमारी हमारे ब्रांचेस है। 900 चैनल पार्टनर्स है, तो हर जगह पे हमारा प्रेजेंस है। So we are basically promoting Atmanirbhar Bharat since last 130 years. So we are making in Bharat for the world. So everywhere there is a focus on green products as we are focusing on green buildings in future. So एक इंटीग्रिटी ऐसा है कि एक सिंगल पॉइंट ऑफ कॉन्टैक्ट है, आपको कहीं पे भी जाना नहीं है। एक फर्नीचर आपने बोला कोई भी इंस्टीट्यूशन के लिए, कोई भी इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के लिए, सो वी हैव दैट सॉल्यूशन। The manufacturing facility, there are 7 total manufacturing facilities across India dedicated है, and with the all the integrated machineries right from Italy and Germany. So ये कुछ एक tentative buildings रहते हैं normally जो हम across जाते हैं। So this is the scope of furniture in the buildings. So modular workstations, desking range, various types of chairs, conventional and modular storages, एक होम रेंज, हेल्थ केयर लैब, अलग अलग सेगमेंट्स में डिवाइड होता है, बट वी हैव सॉल्यूशन फॉर ऑल दी फर्नीचर। सो एक छोटा सा आपको ग्लिम्स दिखाऊंगा, यहाँ से सारे प्रोडक्ट्स आपको दिखेंगे। यू जस्ट गो थ्रू इट एंड यू कैन एक्सपीरियंस दैट ऑन आवर स्टॉल। सो दीज आर फ्यू टाइप ऑफ मॉड्यूलर वर्क स्टेशंस, सम प्रीमियम स्वीट्स, कॉन्फ्रेंस टेबल्स, cafeteria furniture, reception tables. So these are the few chairs that we have recently launched. The first one is the patented one with the trackback technology. You can experience the chair at our stall. So again, few officers' chairs, few mesh back chairs with all the ergonomics. So we have collaborated with the ergonomical engineers from the or doctors from the Germany as well to design these types of chairs which are fit for the long sitting hours as well. So few type of chairs like visitor chairs, non-revolving chairs, few for the training rooms, cafeteria, public sitting. So this is for the airport we have developed. So a few auditorium chairs. So in the storage we have some different contemporary as well as conventional designs. So the storage part, this is the best one for the integrated storage units. Hostel, we have some hostel furniture as well. So for the canteen ones, guest houses, healthcare part. So right from 5-function motorized bed to the Fowler bed wheelchair, we have everything in the hospital range as well. So laboratory, we have done many of the the most recent one, the Pune wala project in Pune. We have done the laboratory for that where the COVID-19 vaccine was developed. This is the educational range. So furniture for the classrooms, higher educations. So many of the IITs and IIMs we are been working and we are still working on some of the projects. So a cut above, what differs us from the other furniture industries, we are the organized sector, we are in the organized sector, we have our in-house architect team which helps you to get the superimposed layout as per your plan. So we help us with the finalization of your furniture layout, we help us for the BOQ preparation as per the requirement. We have the consultative sales approach. We also provide the GEM support, which is the government marketplace that recently government has launched for the tendering process. And also we have the audio visual solutions for the conference halls and classrooms and smart classrooms. So these are few of the clienteles that we have done. I'll like to mention two of them. First is Adivasi Vikas Vibhag from Maharashtra Sasan. We have done the project of 140 CR in just a period of 2 months. We have handed over that project to the Maharashtra government. This was the multi-location project for the Eklavya schools. The second one, you must have seen this picture. This is the Central Vista. The first phase of this has recently completed of almost 50 CR. So you almost know all the clientele, and there are many more. So what differs us is the certification part. We are, as I told, there are Green Pro, Green Guard, Level 2, Indoor Air Quality, IOTA. IOTA is for like ergonomics certification. Then we have Griha. So this is the one advertisement that was launched in 1925. So just for your reference. Thank you. Hope I was in time. Thanks.
We would now move to the last part of our and the most pleasant part for presenting mementos as a token of our gratitude to the chairman, co-chairman and reporter of the session, the invitee speaker for the session, and the authors, those who have presented their papers in this. I would request President IBC to please come on the dais and do the honors. We present a memento to Mr. Mayank Talak, chairman of the session. We now present a memento to co-chairman of the session, Shri Vivek Harde. Please. We now present a memento to Shri Ranjit Singade. We now present a memento to Dr. Alok Bhomik. We now present a memento to Shri V.R. Bansal and Dr. Akil Ahmed for presenting a paper and a participation certificate. Yes. नहीं होल्ड ऑन ये किसका काम है अखिल है श्री राजेश कुमार दास a memento and a participation certificate. Yeah. श्री अक्षय सान्याल एक बिना नाम के पड़ी है एक है co-chairman of our one of our session, Mr. Ashok Gaikwad, if he is present in the hall, please. Yeah. Sir is there. He missed out in the session in which he chaired. Thank you, sir, for doing the honors. I, on my behalf and behalf of IBC team, sincerely thank the chairman, co-chairman, reporter, invitee speaker, and all the authors for presenting excellent presentations. Thank you, sir. We will now break for a tea, and this will be for 15 minutes. And after that, we'll be assembling in the same hall for the validity session. So kindly be well in time. Yes, sir, here only. We are going to have the validity session in this very hall. So kindly be in time after 15 minutes.